Hello everyone. Now I know one of the big theories in the Boruto community is about when and how Shibai is going to interact with Boruto, and if Boruto and or Kawaki is even going to be able to overcome such a great and powerful foe. Those questions will hopefully be answered within this very video. With that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's begin. So starting off with why I actually don't think Shibai will ever come into the Boruto story, as a villain that is, that's because of how the entire transcending and Otsutsuki god thing is framed. Basically, we know that the true gods or transcendent gods are peerless and unique beings who are no longer within this universe. They have transcended this three-dimensional universe and now reside in a fourth dimensional universe, or a 5D time space. That makes multiple things apparent. First is that they are without equal and they reside in the higher universe. So they have no reason to visit the lower dimensions where everything is not only far weaker but inferior. They have no need for the planets, stars, or life forms in this universe anymore. They gain literally nothing. The goal of evolving has already been achieved by Shibai and these other transcendent gods. The second reason is that they're never really stated to be evil, so him being a villain is kind of out of the question. I know Kaguya was seen as a villain because of what she wanted to do, or the goal of the Otsutsukis come with a lot of casualties, that absorbing all of the life on Earth, for example, will inevitably kill all of humanity. Plants, river springs, all of the resources of the planets will die for them to achieve that goal. Now that kind of clashes with ninjas who of course want to live, so it makes them or paints them out to be the villains when in reality they're just doing what they're made to do. Consume until they evolve and transcend the third dimension. But once they do that, they no longer have a reason to reside in this universe or kill ninja or humans at all. So him coming to a lower dimension and fighting Boruto and Kawaki just makes no sense. He's already transcended, he's way stronger than these people, and he's not even inherently evil, like I've explained. And another reason we just know that he isn't inherently evil is he was close to the vicinity of Earth because his body, physical body, three-dimensional body, still resides on planet Earth. Amato mentions it. That's kind of how Ida and Damon get their broken or cracked powers. And he never thought once to just destroy the planet or get rid of humanity or get rid of like our star or something. He just transcended and didn't look back. So that kind of gives us an idea that, yeah, once the Otsutsuki complete what they're made for and like their religious cultist ideas that make them want to consume planets and evolve past the third dimension, they just don't care anymore. He's literally just stated peerless and unique. To be peerless and unique, you can't have an equal. To be unique, you can't follow this same design that all other villains follow, that they want to hurt the good guys. And regardless of that, Boruto nor Kawaki's goal, the two main characters of Boruto, have anything to do with Shibai. Kawaki wants to protect Naruto and get rid of the Otsutsuki's. Shibai doesn't reside in this dimension, so he doesn't have to get rid of Shibai. And Boruto just wants his life back and to protect his family. Shibai also has nothing to do with that. The only person who you can probably say have a goal that would involve Shibai is Code, but he's just trying to reach an existence on par or relative to a state of Shibai. So he has no reason to fight him anyway. All Code has to do is absorb the chakra from the planet Earth, kill Boruto and Kawaki by sacrificing them to the Ten Tails, and just evolve until he transcends, just like Ishiki told him to. So even with him, while his goal is similar to what Shibai had in the past, it has nothing to do with the current Shibai, as he no longer resides in this dimension. And I highly doubt there'll be kind of a goal shift or shift with the ideas of Kawaki and Boruto, because we kind of get a flash forward of them fighting in the future, and the dialogue that's shared between both of them kind of suggests that, yeah, they're still battling for the sake of the Leaf Village and their ninja way, and for Kawaki to end the ninja way as a whole, and for Boruto to just get his life back. He declares that he's still a ninja. Like, it's kind of pointless if they're fighting after defeating a higher dimensional god on planet Earth and all we see is a village destroyed. It kind of just doesn't make sense. Now, that's not to say that it's completely impossible for Shibai to be implemented in a story as a villainous way. I just think it would kind of contradict the entire point of transcending and the build-up that we've had for Shibai and what being a peerless and unique existence kind of means. Now, I kind of want to get into ways that he could be implemented within the Boruto story, as I know Shibai, even though he's only been shown on a handful of panels and one chapter, has a cult following because he's just really cool, has a really cool ability, and he's just the strongest being we've seen thus far in the Naruto or Boruto universe. But like I said, he would have to be implemented for it to make sense in a way of him not fighting or having to be directly involved within the battle of the Karma Trio or the brotherly battle, Boruto and Kawaki. Now, one route that I see them going with Shibai and his whole connection to Damon, Ida, Kawaki, and Boruto is, we know right now at least, Damon is one of, if not the strongest person that the Boruto universe has seen do battle, right? I know I already said Shibai is stronger, but this is just who has fought within the series. To reach that level, it seems like you kind of need this extra boost, because Ida, with her omnipotence that she can't really control, seems to be able to put forth a bunch of power, but again, she can't control that. Code, someone who just got his limiters removed, who's stronger than the last strongest person that we've seen, couldn't do anything to Damon. He couldn't put a dent in him, he couldn't even hit him. Damon just beat up Code horribly and had him do the walk of shame off the show basically. So I think Kawaki and Boruto may have to ingest some of Shibai's DNA or cells from the physical body that he left on Earth, just like Amato did for Ida and Damon. And they may unlock more of their Otsutsuki powers so they can kind of reach this level. Because right now, Damon is either going to be a huge enemy for Kawaki, or he's going to turn on Boruto and be a huge enemy for Boruto. And for them to surpass that obstacle and get to the flash forward scene that we see in the future, where it seems like only Boruto and Kawaki remain, they have to get massive power-ups. And I just personally don't think Boruto training with Sasuke is gonna get rid of the gap between him and Damon, because it's just so massive. I think Boruto even says it'll take like 1,000,000 lives or 1,000,000 lifetimes for him to even put a dent in Damon, and that's why Damon's holding back. Now this next reason isn't quite as probable, I don't think, but it's still kind of out there, because with Boruto's plot twist, we kind of never know where the story is going to go. And Code, even though he does have the job or goal of transcending just like Shibai, most people think he's just going to fall through and Kawaki and Boruto is going to defeat him. But another reason for why Code just isn't in the time skip, it appears, or at least isn't in the battle between the brothers Kawaki and Boruto as like adults or older teenagers, is maybe he just transcended. And that's another way that Shibai could actually be on panel and within the story. If Code transcends and he goes to that dimension that Shibai is within, we'll inevitably get some kind of dialogue or even just back and forth between those two, and maybe even a dimension clash. That's more on the improbable side, like I said, because if Code did transcend and became like a peerless being, I highly doubt there would be massive casualties. Like, I think the closest he will get to transcending is maybe eating a defective fruit or trying to go get Shibai's body for more DNA. But other than that, I just think this theory is just not probable at all. Now this one is kind of along the lines of, if Code were to transcend, would Boruto and Kawaki transcend as well? And if you want my honest opinion, I don't think they would even bother transcending if Code did transcend, unless he like attacked them and they had like this massive power up where they had to transcend as well for Kawaki to save the leaf and, you know, end all Otsutsukis, or for Boruto to kind of not have Code just kill everyone in the Leaf Village as well. Then I can see them probably going that route. But again, I don't even see Code transcending to begin with. Right. But another one that I actually do find highly probable, or it might happen, judging how Kishimoto's other series, Samurai 8, went. Basically, in Samurai 8, at the end, the MC kind of becomes this transcendent god-like being. He gets like infinite stats all across the board. I believe the god of the verse, or one of the gods of the verse, like help him out and grants him this power. But if Shibai was to kind of dip back into the dimension and help out Boruto and have him granted this power, it would kind of be a parallel over Samurai 8 and what he wanted to do with Samurai 8. But of course that got canceled, so he couldn't have all of his ideas come into fruition. But those ideas were still made apparent within the manga. And Boruto and Samurai 8 already have a bunch of similarities, so that would just be added another one to the list. Shibai itself could kind of be implied to just be a big similarity with Samurai 8. Otsutsuki gods as a concept, right? They're these transcendental higher dimension beings, just like the ones in Samurai 8, that can just eat planets and destroy them and have these omnipotent-like-esque abilities. But I don't think many people would mess with Boruto gaining like infinite stats across the board or becoming like a higher dimensional transcendent omnipotent being, because Boruto's entire point within the show, at least right now, and it seems to be the case in the future, how he says, you know, he's still a ninja is to keep his ninja heritage, to stay kind of grounded and stay true to his will of fire and ninja beliefs. You can probably say he can do this and be transcended, but I don't think it would make very much sense. And he would also have to leave his family behind, which he's clearly fighting to just get his family and friends back. So that route or that bit, I don't really see happening. But at the same time, you know, the parallels with Samurai 8, I do find it kind of more probable, at least, than the other theories presented within this video. Shibai himself, I just don't think will ever have a great role. Or great in the sense that he's very important to the story as like a physical being and not as like a concept or idea. Because Shibai right now, and how I think it's going to continue throughout the manga, is just going to be used as a power source. He's used to power up Daemon, Ida, and Code. He's kind of the reason they have Shinjutsu and these godlike abilities. He's used as a goal for Ishiki and Momoshiki to look forward with evolving and prove that the Otsutsuki goal and concept works. So I don't see him coming down and fighting and being defeated and just destroying all of that buildup. At most, I see his physical body being salvaged and used for scrap sales to power up random people and new villains presented within the future. With that being said though, at the end of the day, this is just a theory video. I could very well be wrong and he appears in a time skip and just gets a paper bomb thrown at him and just blows up and everyone's like, oh my god, Boruto's so strong. So if you want more theories, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and goodbye.